back. We are once again past the dice, playing another Daggerheart adventure. So, without further ado, go ahead and hit that like button. Subscribe if you'd be so kind. It does the wonders for us. Let's jump right in. So what happened last session, we ended up making our way to Monstrm by form of basically a giant ship that rode across the crystal sands. Once docked and gotten ready, after quite a scare that Hawthorne had went through, dipping into unknown magics not protected by any kind of sacred flame or relic, she had fallen unconscious in the crow's nest, and something tried to, we're not entirely sure whether it be attacked, but a gentle caress, still blood that still is attached to her face as she was brought into port. Making into the city of Monstrm, this town that is completely protected by this giant shell of a massive land turtle. On the inside, you are greeted with kind of hodgepodge shacks, things just kind of put together to make do, and quite the oddest group of individuals that you have ever been able to interact with. The place is completely lit up by oil lanterns on the inside of this town. The group ended up making stop at your point of contact, this short elf, as he liked to be called, with a metal plate attached to his head, and very racist. Come to find out.
Okay.
But once being able to create passage and get ready for the next day, you do know that today, or the following day, you all will have your boat ready to be able to cross the ocean, which for the first time in over 200 years has been purged from the Crawling King's essence. That being said, the group found that maybe the safest place might be near the ocean. So they made their way through town and found a kind of stumbled across a group of fortune tellers that Aurelion, you ended up having the pleasure of meeting, and
great folk.
But that young one, through his sight, ended up seeing maybe far past than what he should have, and someone else was looking back at him. The group ended up making way and making off, not without taking an orb with the party.
Did somebody grab his shell as well?
Yes. So Eddie did grab his shell. Oddly enough, the body, and this is something about turtle lore, just for our viewers and our group, turtles are, once they're extremely capable of dying, they're just prone to death. However, they do always come back. They do always find rebirth, or at least 200 years ago they did. Their point of origin when it comes to their rebirth no longer is at one of the trees of life that may have been severed, may not be severed, but the group seemed to be very happy that he died. That the wandering fortune tellers, they thought that he had descended and that life would be much better wherever he went.
Okay.
That being said, after that, the group ended up go ahead and made camp on the beach because they thought it was the safest place, kind of near port. A foretelling, though, that Aurelion had gotten, but did not disclose to the rest of the group, that there was going to be an ambush waiting for them.
You didn't share? I was wasted off the goop.
Tar. are.
That's sludge.
That's sludge.
And so I really am the moral compass of this party.
That's the problem. You let a whole bunch of boys run the campaign.
Oh my
I'm
God.
basically a child.
So I'm the babysitter, the moral compass.
Yes.
What else? What other hat do I need to pick up?
The group ended up getting ambushed by these entities that were created from blood, as well as some shadow figure that later found out was an old companion of both Obram and Hawthorne. Just for reference,
That one.
Point. During the fight, you're able to remove her from the Crawling King's essence before she completely went hollow. During that fight, though, something much stronger, much greater, and much more terrifying than the creatures that you had faced before, Silver Knight had came from a portal and tested the mettle of the group. And through a valiant effort, they tried as hard as they could. One of the companions fell, Aurelion, but was brought back due to the mutagens that he had drank.
Yeah, he said, I have nothing to worry about. What the fuck does that mean?
That being said, we're going to go ahead and dive into Hawthorne. Hawthorne, you're getting like visions as you're being brought off the boat. You can distinctly smell the town itself, and all of a sudden that brininess that you've smelt when it came to Siren's Bell. You feel being carried, and you can kind of just barely see the scruff of Zephyr's hair as you're thrown over his shoulder. In and out of consciousness as you feel that your wounds and that experience that you went had sealed up and healed. You wake up in a room that is barely put together. It's interesting as you lay in bed. The world is a kind of like a grayscale. You look at your hands as you finally are able to move, and you look on over and you see Zephyr close the door, and you fall back out of consciousness. An unknown time has passed to you. But you awake, and once again, that grayscale did not dissipate. You sit up, and it's odd, just the different shades of black and gray that you see. However, you notice in the middle of your room a orb that is floating. This orb is half opalescent and half black. A crystal ball, if you will. What do you do?
I think Hawthorne instinctively checks her arms, given the last moment she consciously remembers is them gushing blood.
Yeah.
Is there any scars or anything etched on her skin, or is it
Interestingly enough, so on your left arm, there is a clear burn. Not a scar, but a burn mark. Or a burn scar. That's style, not with a blade. But it looks like someone had branded you. And you see on your left arm the sigil that you had written. A thunderbolt striking a tree. On your right, however, it's as if all pigment has completely left where you have written the symbol of Yin and Yang. But it's as if it has never seen sunlight. It is as pure white as snow that is on your other wrist. And when you look at that in particular, the whiteness in almost looks like a tattoo, and I know that was the intention, begins to emit a light that seems to resonate with this orb that is in front of you.
I think Hawthorne's gonna kind of like sit up like for a second. She's like rubs her temple as I'm sure she's got a horrible headache, and kind of ties her hair back in like a most messy bun, and she's like, "All right," just kind of rubbing her eyes like, "All right, note to self, never do that again." But she walks over. It kind of doesn't immediately touch it, but kind of like looks at it and see if there's any like almost like magical essence to it. I would say.
Yeah, go ahead and roll a knowledge roll for me.
That is a 14 with fear.
14 with fear. Okay.
Important step.
Important. So, a 14 with fear. Interestingly enough, the black portion catches your eye of the orb itself. That seems to be split almost directly down the middle. And looking at that orb on that side, you notice something very interesting with 14, with fear to be exact. You notice that these fox sprites begin to prance, almost like the opalescent portion kind of dances in the black portion of this sphere. And it dances left to right, and you notice that on the other side of the sphere, another one begins to dance, and they begin to prance around. And you notice that as they sit down and begin to kind of play with one another, these kind of almost life begins to grow underneath their feet, and you see the sprouting of different like plants and things of that nature, and they sit there staring at you. And then, oddly enough, they get up, and then they become more humanoid. Two individuals with fox masks stare at you through this black portion of the orb, and they're holding each other's hands.
She is a little bit taken aback at this, because since the original Battle of Illidan, she's not, or not the original, the second or third Battle of Illidan, she's not really been able to make contact with the Yin-Yang, since like living on the surface. And she almost like inside feels like a well up of anger. Like she's mad that now, after she did whatever she did, whether it was good, bad, she doesn't know, that they then chose that moment to show back up. And she kind of like quells that back a little bit, and she like holds out her hand and she caresses the black side, but also the white side at the same time while showing balance.
Yeah, absolutely. You notice when that happens, when you kind of tilt it around, and you're holding one dark side and one light side, you notice that the two sisters begin to kind of walk on over, and then they're holding each other's hands directly where it connects. You notice that the one that is in the opalescent side is as if made from the darkness on that side, and then the other one fading into the darkness with the opalescent figure. And they're holding each other's hands, and they kind of almost rest right where your palms are. Interestingly enough, when this happens, the one on the opalescent side lets go and then kneels down and looks at this brand that you have of Ramza down there. And she kind of looks down at it, and she kind of is confined to this orb. But you notice that she's like pointing at it. And the other one seems very curious. And it's definitely very this like childlike play kind of feel that you get from them.
She kind of like rolls her head back a little bit. She's like, well, like not like speaking aloud, because even Hawthorne realizes how crazy that sounds, but like in like the back of her head, she's like, yeah, it wasn't the best idea. I admit that. I'm sorry. But, and she almost like in this exact moment, she like wells up with anger. He's the only one that's talked to me. You guys have been missing. I didn't have a choice. I needed to help people. You guys stopped helping me. I still had a duty to the people I care about here. And she kind of hesitates at this moment. She's like, I didn't mean to disrespect you, but I had to do what I had to do.
The two of them look at each other and they look back at you and shake their heads.
Oh, fuck.
And they kind of just, they're waving you to come. Come. How do you react?
She's gonna take the orb and almost like caress it, like into a hug.
Yeah.
Almost like trying to push it into herself.
Sure.
In a way.
Yeah. I want you to go ahead and roll your destiny dice. So it'll be your D20.
Shit. Damn.
Starting off strong.
I haven't rolled this dice in 3 years. Let's hope it's lucky. 16.
16. Okay.
Pretty good.
So as you kind of bring it into your breast and you put your forehead against it, you see a vision. It's almost as if your subconscious fades and drops into it. The exact feeling of vertigo kind of encompasses your stomach and your head as you feel the coolness of this sphere ahead of you. And you notice with a 16 that the moment that you basically created a rift between worlds with your blood, that someone was reaching up and caressed your face, and you see the two adult women with fox masks pull this woman down as she tried to get out. But what happens next with a 16? They pull her down, and you notice that she gets pulled down and she lets out a yell, and then her arm is completely gone. She cusps it. And the two attack this individual with red hair. Eventually, as this conflict continues, as if they are falling down into the hells themselves, you notice different tiers of hell, or what you have read about hell being. Immediately hitting hellfire, immediately hitting like this obsidian glass, eventually going down to a point where it was as cold as ice. The woman with red hair ends up eventually grabbing hold of the two and putting on a collar around their necks, where she beckons them and it has enslaved them. She ends up going back up to the different layers of hell. Drops one off, Yang. One in black and gold robes. And she falls down and hits into this obsidian-like structure. And this almost looks like, as you can barely tell, but with a 16, almost like a town made of obsidian where thousands of souls seem to be wandering. And as she continues to go up, eventually stepping into a dark place where there's a castle with machinery and clocks and things ticking. With the 16, you noticed her being led by a chain, and Yang, or Yin, being pulled as if some kind of slave. a portal rifts open and a knight wearing silver armor steps back in to frame. The knight, in contrast to the reds, the purples, the blues that seem to be around you, and you notice as if you are now in her perspective, crawling on the floor being yanked. You see hundreds of thousands of souls trying to reach up through metal grates, and you notice them just trying to, almost faceless individuals, lost souls, reaching out to grab you through the metal grate that you are walking across. You cannot hear, but you see the knight step forward from a portal, and you notice that the two of them meet eyes as you're being yoinked forward. The individual the knight grabs a hold of his helmet with both hands as if he is in terrible pain. And you look up at this woman who has the most satisfying grin on her face as she looks at this knight who is now wailing in pain underneath this helmet. And at that point in time, you pull out with a 16. And you're back in your room, and the orb is gone. The vision itself completely and utterly back to a normal color scale. No longer in that weird white and black that you were living in.
She almost like a recoil of the orb disappearing. She kind of like falls back a little bit, but she's able to steady herself. And quick question: is the fire like burn mark similarly shaped to Yin and Yang, or is it? Because if I remember correctly, I was etching both symbols into either arm.
So they are both etched into there, but almost like the Ramza portion is what's burned, okay. And then on the other arm, the Yin and Yang portion is almost what has lost all pigment.
That's right. Perfect.
But the symbol is both there, but what represents each are highlighted on each forearm.
Gotcha. Okay. She kind of caresses it a little bit, just like tracing it with her fingers and almost like trying to try to connect some dots. Because the moment like that she saw the clockwork gears and stuff like that, she immediately thought back to Clockwork Town with the faceless creatures. The faceless dolls. I think we called them dolls, something like that. Yeah. She kind of is thinking back to that, but she's like playing those memories back, trying to remember a spot that looked like that, and she can't quite guarantee that might be somewhere to go. And she kind of rests her palm on there, and just in the back of her head, she's like, okay, I understand. Just simple, short. She knows what she needs to do. She has an idea of where they need to be, or where she needs to be, and has kind of a grasp on that.
And I don't think... Well, no. No, you weren't there for that. Now that I think about it. For reference, maybe some of your companions might have a deeper answer for that. Little GM hint.
No,
GM tip.
That being said, what would you like to do before or anything?
I think she'd kind of go over to step outside to the ocean, because I'm assuming she can hear it. And I'm assuming she's not super cleaned up, so she's gonna kind of like grab some like ocean water and try to clean her face. And,
Yeah.
like shave off some fur that's been growing over the last however long it's been. She's kind of like mentally like noting down what she saw and trying to remember like where, like if she can even recall any of these places and stuff like that. So.
Yeah. So you make your way down, and as you kind of pass through the town and whatnot, I need you to quickly roll a instinct roll for me.
Is it instinct?
Yep.
That'd be 19 with hope.
19 with hope. Okay. As you kind of lay down, or as you kind of navigate through the town and know where the water is, you're kind of encased underneath this great sea turtle, or this giant turtle shell, lit up with chandeliers and oil lanterns. But you kind of instinctually know as you begin to glance at a few of the individuals that seem a little on the rougher side, one can say. You hold to your purse and don't get anything stolen. That being said, let me go ahead and change our tone.
Was there any note left by the party, by the way, on where everyone ended up being?
Perfectly enough, you headed right where you needed to.
Oh, perfect.
Where's my orb, bitch?
I ate it. No, I was hungry.
No, there's something. I have plenty. Go on.
Damn it, did I get the fucking power of prophecy? My priestly heart.
So you go ahead and walk on over to the docks, where the purified water is at, and you begin to kind of rinse off like the stains and blood. And you notice, like, as you kind of scrub all this off of you, particularly like your face, there seems to be just a lot that seemed to have gotten on there. So as you're rinsing it off and splashing it over, you get up and kind of dust yourself off, and you notice, oddly, to your left-hand side, these giant bone-like structures that almost look like rib cages kind of looming over. And you see, just barely, actually I would say that what you first notice is actually what you hear. And you hear the sounds of pain coming from a familiar voice. And you glance over to your left-hand side, and you can just barely make out Zephyr's two wolf ears holding on to somebody.
She immediately runs over, recognizing Zephyr, and is just like, oh, fuck, what did I miss?
So you make on over, like, dashing that way. And you notice immediately... Dude,
You are horrible at
What is going on?
You give an inch in elevation, and all of a sudden you're just like dropping everything. You went back that way.
But I'll block it off so the Zeke doesn't get there. I almost want to say it went to the back. But you notice immediately a very naked Aurelion
Heyo.
being held by Zephyr. And you see Aurelion like convulsing on the ground itself as he begins to kind of vibrate and not be able to retain himself. It's as if his lips have gone even bluer and colder than what he normally is. As you rush on over and you hear the words and calming voice of Zephyr. How did you lose it?
What did you drop?
Dice.
I thought your dices were...
Oh, yeah. Under the bed.
Thank you. I was like, oh, it's gone.
There goes my hope dice.
Rolling with fear only from here on out.
Yeah. You immediately notice, like, as Zephyr is kind of, you hear his voice kind of just like, it's alright, calm down, it'll be alright. And you notice off into the distance on the dock's hand side, you notice that immediately Ceath just kind of looks at you, and she drops to her knees, and her eyes kind of roll back and hit the ground. And Obram dashes on over and kind of just grips a hold of her and looks around.
We need a healer!
Hawthorne runs over, immediately seeing Ceath as she loves everyone. She misses Ceath dearly. She runs over to Obram.
You can see like Obram's like tears just running down his face because he's just in such like shock.
Yeah, he Hawthorne like puts her hand on her shoulder and like almost like pulls Obram away a little bit. She's gonna cast Healing Hands.
Okay, absolutely. And you notice that as you place your hands on her shoulder,
Can I offer
It succeeds.
hope just for story purposes?
if you want to.
Which it does succeed. So.
Too stressed. It's good.
We are not doing.
It's a 1.
Guys, you just have to aim for
It's
that.
a 1. It's crazy.
Oh my god.
All right, we're doing a horrible. We are doing a horrible with the dice tonight.
Yeah.
Keep them off
just
the
gotta
table. Off the table.
You just gotta aim for the dice tray. That's all you
Okay,
do.
well, don't even count that. I'll sacrifice hope, but don't.
All right, that does succeed. So technically speaking,
That's
they
the
heal
highlight of
2
my
HP.
day.
Okay, so Hawthorne, you
How did
place
that
your hands onto Ceath, and you notice that basically her arm is completely torn off. Her left arm entirely. And you could see the bone, you can see like it was ripped from the socket and ripped from the tissue itself. But you place your hands on it immediately as she begins to just kind of faint due to blood loss entirely. And you almost kind of recauterize that area, and you notice it kind of the skin reforms over so that there's not an open wound. It almost looks like she never had an arm to begin with.
Okay.
But she is completely passed out. You notice for the first time since you haven't seen her in probably, I was going to say at least 5 years, because from the Great Battle at Illidan to when the settlement happened, she had been missing. But you notice on her, she is just about as scarred up as Zephyr. Like, you notice that she has scars everywhere, but something in particular that you pick out, it's as if she has, I would say, a particular scar just right around her face entirely. As if she could have removed her face. That being said, she faints. Interestingly enough, you notice Feeley looking at his holy sword that he had gotten from the Archangel. And you notice that it's just covered in blood. He's staring down at it, and he has his eyes fixated on Aurelion. And for the first time ever, you see him in fear as he stares at Aurelion with his blade covered in blood.
Hawthorne, like, almost like kind of like reeling back from like, okay, Ceath is not dead. Aurelion's naked and screaming in pain. Feely not being Feely, being nervous or scared. She's unsure of what like expression he's genuinely expressing.
It's hard to tell with ribbons,
Yeah.
but there's a level of uncomfortableness that you notice on his face. Maybe that's a better term for feeling.
Didn't Eddie get impaled?
Yeah, where is Eddie?
So you're looking around right now, and you don't see Eddie anywhere.
She turns to Obram as he's holding Ceath. Where's Eddie?
Can I roll?
Go ahead and roll a knowledge roll for me.
21 with fear.
21 with fear. I'll take the fear.
I'll take it.
That being said, I don't like this.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Trying to be all secretive.
Yeah, you should get a mount.
Oh, shit.
So put that on there.
I know, right? Eventually I could. I've seen it. These do have pinchies, but I just don't want to pinch this. I'll figure it out. We now have a new setup for our viewers. An actual table that is
we
quite
got
nice.
from IKEA. It was a pretty good deal. Honestly.
IKEA plug.
Please sponsor
No,
us.
We will showcase all your tables.
I will speak Swedish for you.
We will all
Get
learn
D&D
Swedish
tables
accent.
IKEA for us.
I'm surprised IKEA does not have a game table or anything.
I
I've
know,
seen
right?
some,
We were actually I had that thought
Yeah, we were
when we were
thinking.
looking through it, and I didn't find one.
I've seen some like specific conversions of like IKEA furniture into like D&D tables and stuff. Like nothing too.
We
Nothing
almost
official.
there's one with like drawers underneath. I'm like, man,
He
that would be
want
cool.
Adam said we should get it, but
I know.
he's like, you can store all your stuff, and then there's like an alcohol thing down below. I was like, no, dude.
the table.
You should get that thing specifically.
Just the alcohol tray. You don't need the drawers.
So you had gotten what with fear? I'm sorry,
21 with fear.
21 with fear. So you remember during the fight, just barely, as Eddie was shooting like just round after round after round at the Silver Knight, and just nothing hitting, nothing making contact. You notice that as the Silver Knight walked past into the portal itself with a 19.
21.
21. You notice that Eddie went in after him.
Where's my boy?
Our child's in. I'm just kidding.
Our child's in danger.
Eddie went through the portal.
Where was it?
So, very easily seen to your right hand side, you notice that there is a skeletal structure that is just caving in on itself. You notice just this gaping hole that if you look right through it, you can see the ocean. But it's as if there was some kind of... You can detect with your magic, honestly, that there was magical essence that created the portal.
He is coming.
Yes. I'm not sure. Oh,
It sounded like a yes.
he is. Good. We'll pick up where we left off with him. But in the meantime, until he arrives,
I want to try
and
something.
him going through something, you all know that Eddie is currently gone or lost.
It's all fucked. All of it, man.
You leave the boys alone
For one session. Shit goes to hell. Okay. This is out of left field. I have no basis for this request. But, given what happened last time when she attempted to connect with the gods, I think Hawthorne would instinctively try something similar again. Knowing Yin and Yang are MIA, or captured, if you will, she's gonna call on Ramza to try and reignite whatever this portal was. Whether it be in vain or not, that is in your court. But
Okay. How are you doing this?
I had this picture in my head. She's almost. So you said it was made of bone. There's like almost.
Yeah,
like
it's almost
structure.
like a structurally like a bone kind of circle just encompassing on itself. You see skulls, you see arms, you see actually a lot of like femur bones, a lot of like hands kind of going out as if they're tearing itself open, if you will.
She's gonna try to slot her wings into this structure.
Okay.
And try to use herself as a conduit to reignite it, given that she's essentially been proven that she can connect to the other planes.
Very cool. I need you to go ahead and roll your destiny dice.
Fuck.
I was in
Left or right? Come on. Left or right? They're both D20s.
Left.
left.
I don't know. That felt right.
Oh,
That's a 1.
that is
Fuck.
So as you kind of actually begin going up onto this and kind of stretch out your wings almost immediately as you begin to kind of pan them out. You feel a arm right around your waist and you're pulled back from that. Okay. And you immediately are held by Zephyr. I don't know what you were planning on doing, but we're on death's door right now.
I'm doing just fine. I'm not leaving him alone in there.
We're no use to him in the condition that we're in. And you look down, you see a naked, almost like a flopping fish, Aurelion, like holding himself, just like shaking. I understand where your heart's at. Let's regroup, do what we can, and then we'll go in and get him if you have the ability. Clearly you've been able to tear through some veil in the past. But we're each, and you can take a look, especially not only Aurelion, but even Obram, just decimated.
Hawthorne kind of flicks her wings out to pull herself off of Zephyr and looks at him and goes...
And he lets go.
Okay. She looks at him in the eye and says, I won't leave him in there, and I won't leave them in there, and she gestures to the mark left on her arm.
Okay.
Very, very subtly, but it is noticeable, I will say.
Did you make it pretty noticeable?
Yeah, how noticeable can I...
Well, this is an interaction.
Oh, okay, cool. Sorry.
I will say it was subtle.
I'll see if he notices.
Yeah.
He's pretty perceptive.
I was going to say, knowing him, I'm sure he will pick up on it.
Yeah, he picks up on it.
How much blood is involved in this?
I will burn my body to save my boy.
I understand. Maybe we need to do a little research to see if we can open this thing to get him.
What was on the other? Did anyone notice what was on the other side? Like specifically, like a picture of anything, or was it opaque, or?
No, but I remember the description that Obram had given when we were closing the void rift. Obram, how would you describe what you saw to Hawthorne? And he kind of is still paying attention. You notice as he's walking, the wolf ear kind of continues to point in your guys' direction as he helps Aurelion up.
I'm helping.
Aurelion, your armor is also gone. It is ripped away.
I'll donate some to the fund if you need.
I don't need armor. I like the pain. I like the pain.
Go ahead, Obram.
Obram stands up with Ceath in his arms. Metal contraptions. Wave of corpses. At the end was the Silver Knight that we fought, and then this woman in red hair. Whether or not that's the same place, I'm not too sure. Portal looks similar, but if it is, we will be in for a surprise.
It was in the void realm, right? And you hear him kind of call out as he's walking back on over with Aurelion. And you notice that Zephyr had taken off his like a linen white shirt, and he puts it on Aurelion, and it kind of almost looks like he's wearing a dress, like a nightgown that's covering at least part of him.
For him.
But they kind of walk on over.
That's what the Voidkin said.
Alright.
If this portal truly leads to the void, might me and you use our medallions to access this?
Mine has no access, but if yours does.
I mean, it was only a month ago, probably, when I left. It's worth a shot.
take a look at. Go ahead as you take out your medallion. Now, I want you to know that it is pertaining to your subclass.
Okay.
What does that medallion look like?
I'd like to think that the medallion itself, it's almost like a slightly larger coin with a sort of concave shape. Just like a slight bowl in the bottom of it. And on the top of this coin, there is carved
cheers.
a feral creature, one that Aurelion is in no way familiar with. It's just some undescript beast with a large sword then carved over that there.
I want to say you notice this almost immediately when you look down at your medallion, which you know every centimeter of this medallion. However, you do notice that orb that you had is shrunken down and dead centered inside of the middle of the medallion. So it's cut right in half, one opalescent side and one black side.
Oh. Wait.
Ken.
Sorry.
No, you're all good. And I kind of pull it out, and I'm kind of holding it up between,
This catches your eye immediately.
between like
Yeah, I
me
was
and the
gonna say.
group, and just kind of moving around, inspecting, and it's like,
You can actually, when you hold it up, you notice that the I'm going to call it an opal, is all the way through it. So it's as if it bulges out on one side like a pebble,
interesting.
and then the medallion circling it.
Would you say that it's somewhat like translucent, like I could see through the center?
You can try it.
Okay. Because I'd like to kind of, I'm holding it up between like me and Oberyn, and I'm like kind of looking dead center through that opal there.
I want you to roll your destiny dice.
Okay.
I love it when things just happen.
19.
19. Okay.
Better than mine.
Not only do you see it, you get sucked in like goosebumps.
No, two of us are gone.
Oh, am I looking at it? Is that you said?
No. So
Okay,
he's
yeah.
looking through it.
Towards you. For
So
now.
Aurelion, with that roll, as you hold it up,
19. Let's go.
you look on out through this gem. And you notice as you're holding it up, in particular, you feel this vibration that's happening. Just subtly as you hold it up and you look through it. And you said that you looked at Aurelion first. Or, sorry, Oberon first. Okay. So, as you look at Oberon in particular, you notice that with a 19, you ended up seeing his eyes kind of, and I would like to very clearly state that this is a very black and white scale as you're staring through. And you notice his eyes are, please don't do that.
Cole can attest there is a rule at my table. If you say 6'7", I will kill your character.
Nuke.
He dies.
But you notice that his eyes are glowing a very particular like blue flame. And as you pan on over, I'm going to say you look on over, there you go, at Miss Hawthorne. Something that takes you by surprise. So as she stands there, curious, maybe a hint of disapproval and frustration just from the interaction that she had maybe with Zephyr. You notice that as she stands there with her arms crossed, for a brief moment, you see almost a titan of a man standing beside her. Shaved sides, almost a Viking-looking individual with his hair braided back, and oddly enough, sharing a similar glow in his eyes that Oberon had.
I like to think that, I'm kind of like panning over, Not really. Just kind of like messing around with it. And I like double. I'm like, did I see that right?
When you go back, he's not there.
So yeah, it's like, what was that? And I just have like the imprint of like the face with the like the eyes and just kind of that, almost the feeling of like being seen back, like something was watching me.
Yeah. Where are you panning next?
I think at this point, I'd kind of pan over to Zephyr here, kind of just twisting in a full circle around the bay.
Okay. With full circle around the bay, I need you to go ahead and roll a knowledge check just to see if you see something in particular.
That is a 23 with hope.
Take the hope.
Oh,
I'm going to say that you do indeed. So as you do your double take and you notice that nothing's there, and you pan on over and you look at the portal, you notice through the portal Eddie.
Oh.
Tucked behind a rock. And you see the Silver Knight walking away.
Interesting.
As you pan over to Zephyr, the only thing that you do notice is that you do notice, as you kind of are like using this as like a little telescope, almost similar to Hawthorne, there's someone standing behind Zephyr.
Oh.
Every single... Because right now he is shirtless. You are currently wearing his shirt.
Yes.
You notice that where each of his scars are on his body, so I would say almost all of them, not all of them, you notice blue strings kind of attached to each scar. And it reminds you immediately of Ceath.
And there's a certain point where, like, none of it really, like, it's almost if it's just a bunch of like impressions, as I'm kind of just moving around, toying around with it. And so it's, you know, like I said, the feeling of being watched, kind of a like a shiver down my spine, kind of in the back of my mind, registering what I'm seeing subconsciously, but I think consciously it's more just like an impression. And I'm kind of getting the same thing with looking at the two of them, and then same thing looking from like Zephyr, and then what was Matt's character's name? Ceath. Kind of just getting like an aura, like a reading from the two of them. Like there's something tying the two together. But I think the one thing that concretely, in the front of my mind, I see, no matter how many times I pan back to it, would be Eddie sitting behind that rock that you described, just through that gateway.
So let's go ahead and pan on over. Eddie, there is an unsurmountable amount of frustration that you had in the last conflict. That as this being took bullet after bullet after bullet, as you continued to shoot left, right with Susanna and Colt's Legacy, and even your crystal shotgun, as he walked through everyone as if he was unfazed by anything and everything you all threw at him, you decided to charge in after. We're going to pan back to the end of the battle as he walked on through, and Eddie decided to hold his breath and charge in. You immediately hit the side of this rock. With which gun in your right hand?
The last one I had equipped would have been the shotgun.
The shotgun. Okay, we're going to change this tone real quick.
Walters de Wolf.
So as you hit that stone wall, you notice that your glance everywhere as you have shifted through the portal itself. And it's interesting, as the portal is open, your flames going behind you as if they are wanting to go back. As the portal closes, your flames re-register back to where they were. And you find yourself, as you look around, holding your breath, breathing heavily. You see in the middle of the sky a blood-red moon that seems to have completely and utterly illuminated the area. You hear the sounds of thousands of souls screaming, different languages. It's all just chaos. And you glance over. Well, actually, what do you do as you've entered into this world?
I've entered a new world. There is a blood moon, and I was chasing the night. So I call out as I start pressing on. Sorry, I have a concussion. So does Eddie at this point, huh? I have 1 HP remaining. Eddie screams out, and he's like, "Show yourself, you white bastard!"
Are you behind the? Are you behind the rock still, or as you get up?
I would have gotten up at this point.
Okay. So you get up, and you're immediately greeted as you hold out the wolf. You notice the White Knight shaking his head as he is holding onto it and takes a few steps forward. To the right of him, though, I think the thing that disturbs you most is that you notice that they're standing on grates. You see hands, fingers just trying to kind of claw out as if they're imprisoned underneath these metal grates. The person that turns to you is not the Silver Knight that you were fighting with earlier. You see a woman with almost clouded eyes and red hair, holding almost a metal chain that was wrapped around her wrists that go down and are clasped to another woman wearing a fox mask on all fours. She turns to you with curiosity as she pulls the woman that is attached, almost like an animal. She meets your gaze. Now who are you? And as she looks at you, it's almost as if there are clouds in her eyes, in the irises.
Eddie now is pointing the weapon, subconsciously pointing the weapon at this person, and responds with, "Who are you? Why should I answer you?
You first.
You first."
Does Eddie recognize the lady from my horrible accidental?
He did not
No,
see that.
I didn't see it.
Oh, okay.
Actually, the only person that did witness what she looked like, other than Hawthorne, was Feeley.
That's right.
He got a memory from the blood. So Eddie, as you shift your gun and gaze over to her, she smiles. Well, you have the essence of something otherworldly about you. You can flirt with me and ask 20 questions. And she begins to walk over to you and yank this woman with a fox mask over, and you hear her kind of like stumble and let out a cry. And the woman in chains hits the ground, and immediately the fingers begin to kind of try and tear at the woman that is on the ground. And she's just standing there, just not affected by what's happening to this other individual. And she cocks her head. Her red hair kind of slightly curly in a way. And she's wearing I don't want to say a nightgown, but something that is comfortable. She seems very comfortable in this place where there are thousands of people screaming. And you notice, actually, I would like you to go ahead and roll an instinct roll for me.
May I?
Yes, yeah, you're all good.
Okay.
That is
11 with hope.
I have a
These might be more towards your weight.
definitely. Good point.
The slow setting down is perfect.
I think that's or not 11. That's
It's 11.
12.
Oh,
12
because
with
you're...
hope.
Yep.
Yeah.
12 with hope. I'm going to say 12 with hope. You feel a little foggy yourself in your head. But you notice that as the red moon begins to shift, just slightly, a blue illumination begins to kind of almost take over on the right-hand side as it's uneclipsing itself. You're beginning to see purples and blues as time seems to pass at an irregular state. She smiles. Yes, it seems like you have fallen, little star. She turns over and looks over at the Silver Knight, who is shaking his head, and she flicks her wrist. And you notice that the knight goes rigid, and then stops, cracks his neck, and leaves.
You are into some freaky shit.
I'm glad you noticed.
She's into it.
Don't.
Would you like to meet my pet? She's a goddess. She pulls her over. Sit. The woman sits.
I don't think that's necessary. Why is she chained?
For my amusement.
Oh, so you're bored too.
Very. I'm just buying my time.
I think you need to find new toys, because this ain't it.
This is the first that I've had in a while. That knight is... Oh, Wade is welcome. So, what is your name?
I think we're getting a little off track here. I asked you your name, who you were earlier, and you seem to have forgotten.
I'm not forgotten. It's rude to ask someone's name if you haven't said your own.
Oh, that's very interesting, because you're doing that right now. I think you're... Can I roll an intimidation check?
Sure.
Just put it together. I hate you. I hate you. Just put it all together.
I have a plus 3 to intimidation checks when I have a weapon drawn and pointed
Your
at
weapon
somebody.
is drawn.
And I'm guessing the red is fear?
It can be whichever you want.
Well, I mean, obviously I'm going to choose now. I just figured that red meant fear.
Yeah, that's kind of what I...
Okay. Well, so that's a...
Like a 25?
That's
25.
that's a
Oh, plus, so 26.
26. Yeah.
Damn!
With fear.
Johnny!
26 with fear?
Okay.
No, wait. If
With
the
hope.
red is fear, then that would be with hope.
Oh, yes. With hope.
I'll mentally take the hope.
Okay. So what are you doing to intimidate?
I'm pointing the weapon now. As I do so, because the weapon is attached to my soul a little, it starts to go brighter and brighter as I go, I insist. You first.
She smiles. My name is Aris. And she, even though the gun is out, she continues to walk forward.
She does not care. We do not care.
In your name?
Dean.
Dean.
James Dean.
I see.
Technically
Jimmy
is my name. I didn't lie. Oh, it's not on this
Jimmy
box.
Dean.
That is my name. You can see it.
Oh, shit. He's been lying to us the whole time.
No, I haven't. That's just his last name.
Do you make sausages?
No.
I don't like what you're playing at. I think I'm putting this together. It's
Uh,
really pissing me off.
Hypothetically, Edward
Like I'm
Dean
missing
really likes crack
Context.
and heroin.
Dean. The fallen star Dean. Okay. Tell me, Dean. And she lets go of the chain and snaps her hand. And you notice that the collar that it was around the woman emits a strange green. And she ridges up, stands up, gives a quick bow, and leaves the same direction that the Silver Knight went. I haven't seen one of your kind in probably millennia, I would say. And she gets uncomfortably close
Eddie.
and is walking around you.
Eddie has an erection.
Eddie, trying to play it cool, goes, well, I'm one of a kind.
Pull the trigger.
I imagine she's no longer... I imagine if she's walking around Eddie, Eddie's just still pointing in the same direction.
He has a concussion.
He's sitting at 1 HP, just like me.
Where'd you go?
Where'd you go?
You feel
I feel like it would be fear.
the nails kind of trace your shoulders. Eddie, I need you to roll your destiny dice.
Fuck.
Nothing good comes of this.
As long as it's better than mine.
Can't be worse.
14.
14. Okay.
That's no one.
Eddie, you, as you hold your barrel out, it's as if time itself has stopped. You look down at the barrel of the gun that was being fueled with your flame, as it always has with all your bullets, have taken you as your combustion for your gun. You notice as your grip is holding on to this, to the handle itself, you get so very heavy, to the point of you manage to hold your gun still up, but you notice almost like your essence just completely and utterly drains from you. And you notice at this point in time, the moon itself is almost entirely half eclipsed. There's blue light that is striking off to the right-hand side and red light striking off to the left-hand side. It's almost as if your gun points, but if you were to aim it just slightly up, it'd be staring directly at this moon as it begins to remove its eclipse. You look down at your hand, and all of your essence drains into the barrel itself. And you're no longer on fire as you stand like a stone statue. And it's odd. Normally you feel sensations, and normally you feel texture. But you feel harder, as if you are made of rock.
I do have an erection.
You're as hard as a rock. I'm going to go ahead and pan over. Put that on pin. So, you see this play out through the portal itself. And you notice Eddie, through a black and white filter, being basically a woman walking around him, as if a rabbit being surrounded or being stalked by a fox circling its prey.
Well, I don't know if I'm seeing this right.
And Hawthorne kind of snaps over at that a little bit.
I'm like, Eddie is just hanging out with this really hot chick.
Hawthorne notices the opalescence.
What does she look like?
Red hair.
Special red.
Right here! Open up the gate!
Let me in!
Not because of that. Not because of that, guys.
Not him!
But you do notice the opalescence. Yes.
She has a very interesting aura about her. It's not one that I feel like I've seen or felt from any other creature I've encountered.
Where did you find that? Hawthorne's in a very long grumble. Very confused. Like,
You mean my orb?
yeah.
I took it off a dead turtle.
I still have the turtle essence in shell.
It's a pretty cool orb.
What are you seeing? Is it gray and black?
Yeah, yeah. I didn't know you were an expert on orbs. You want to take a look?
Oh my god.
Ooh. Do I take a look?
Listen. And Orban stands up. That woman in red hair is bad news. We need to get to Eddie now.
Hawthorne turns to Obram. and
Open the gate!
looks at Obram and goes, "Do you remember the Battle of Illidan?" And she's specifically calling back to when she encompassed the entire room in that white and black marble when she captured the soul of the Wendigo child.
Yes.
These words all sound made up to Aurelion.
He's like gobbledygook, yabba dabba, blabba doo.
I'm a fish, man.
Okay, who needs healing? Let's start there. Hawthorne is acting on instinct at this moment. Who's looking like shit?
Aurelion.
Aurelion and Eddie.
Eddie is.
Well, I can't reach you at the moment.
We had taken a break here to heal. You want to go first?
Yeah, that was going to be my first question. Did I get a long rest?
Yo, right into it.
I do have some of my own healing abilities if you want to save yours.
That's the thing is I can essentially almost infinitely regen my abilities,
It's not
given
my
my
turn.
priority status.
Take a moment.
Whiz.
Do you want me to heal you 2 hit points?
Yeah, that'd be
Okay.
great.
How much life you got?
Yeah. Where are you? Where's everyone sitting?
I'm sitting at 3 left.
Okay, Hawthorne's gonna expend 6 hope and trigger life support twice, and heal Aurelion real fast 2 hit points.
Okay.
How are you looking, Oprah?
I'm good, actually. I fucking chugged some potions before.
How is Zephyr looking?
I'm alright about halfway.
Halfway.
All right.
So heal him.
Do
Heal him.
you have any missing HP?
No, I'm good.
Okay, you're fully in. She's gonna spend 2 of her paradise first to gain 6 total hope, and she is then going to re-trigger life support
Jesus
twice.
Christ.
What is
So
this ability?
I have that is my class ability and also my class feature, which allows me to expend my prayer dice, which I rolled at the start of the session for 2 3s, and
jeez.
exchange those for hope at any moment. So I'm expending both of those to get me back to 6 hope, and then I will expend both of those 6 hope again to then heal Zephyr 2 HP as well.
2 HP. Okay.
No
So you
hope
notice
out
that, like, in a panic, Hawthorne kind of immediately just begins to, like, beginning to cast and heal everywhere to make sure that everyone is up to par.
You know why, though, right? It's because we lost Colt. I mean, we don't want to lose Eddie.
Hawthorne is panicking about that a little bit. She's beginning to get flashbacks of Colt dying.
Yeah, that's what Orban was thinking in his head, too.
And I will say, like, as she's casting all of this, she's beginning to, like, etch her bone wings into the actual portal itself. Looking at Zephyr saying, "Shut up. We're doing this. We need to go now." Like, almost like with her eyes, essentially. Like, very, like, she's not saying a word through this entire exchange.
There's
a glare.
a complete acknowledgement of, like, I understand we have to do this kind of look.
While she does reach the portal, Aurelion will bend down and kind of run his hands through some of the water that's pooling around these docks here, and activate Life Spring, which will allow me to heal another HP for some stress.
There you go. Right on. Man.
Surprise.
No. That's kind of how I envisioned it. You see.
Hey, it's not you, mister.
You see Feeley. He walks on up as you begin to cure yourself with the spring, and you seeing, like, all getting patched up. The gut wound and everything like that. Squire!
Aye.
We dive into unmentionable danger.
What should I expect on the other side?
Only the satisfaction of killing and saving a fair maiden.
Well, that's what we're here for.
We are. Today, Eddie is our fair maiden.
Oh, I see.
We are here to save him. Vasco Feely has always believed that Eddie was a girl.
Vasco Feely has killed many women. She will not be a problem.
Doesn't by the look.
We're gonna kill one maiden and save another.
Wait, there's a maiden on the other side.
Yes. Red-haired one.
What'd you say anything?
Feely was curious.
Forsworn it into the abyss.
That being said, I am glad that you are alive.
Thank you. I thought I was gonna lose you on my last seconds. I dreamt of you as my soul drifted between realms.
As you do.
As you should.
As a knight does. A beacon of hope for his squire.
Yes.
This being said, you disappointed me for dying.
I'm so sorry.
Do not do it again.
Of course, I promise.
You swear.
I swear. On my honor as your squire.
A really accurate Feely.
I was going to say,
It's a great impression. Just say.
Seriously.
It's like he's in the room with us.
Miguel,
Like he's right here.
Then, make me proud.
Of course.
You have a medallion. See?
Yeah, little coin thing. That's what you want to call it?
Now this is the time, like, Hawthorne's like...
She's like
herself.
stabbing her wings into this, like, ready to sacrifice her entire way to get it through this portal activated.
So,
We're having a bromance.
this being said, Operation 1 is saving the Fae Maiden, young Eddie.
Indeed, yes. I promise you I will not come back without Eddie in my arms.
Operation 2, whatever the night was, Vasco Feely knows. One day we will pound him from behind.
what the fuck?
Today is not that time.
Today's not the day.
One thing you must always know as a squire is to know what your limits are.
Yeah.
That man, Vasco Feely, could take by himself.
Of course.
But this is a learning opportunity for you.
Yes.
You are not ready for it.
You are a genius.
See? However, I hate to say it, we must save Eddie. I've grown attached to the Flamer comments and the joking that I can do with him. If he were to die, I may shed one tear.
Too many.
Too many.
My name is beautiful.
Let's go, Feeley. I bless this. I bless this adventure.
Thank you.
Squire.
Yes. I promise. We'll all come back mostly unharmed.
Very good. Onward.
I turn around and I'm like,
We're gonna die. You have to make the joke. You have to make the line. You have to give him the line.
What was the line?
Tip of the spear.
Oh,
He blesses him to be the tip of the spear.
today and only today. Never mind. I am the tip of the spear.
Beautiful.
You will one day be.
I can only dream.
No. You will be.
Oh, thank you.
I will be
He
the
will be
tip.
the tip.
Kindest thing he's ever said to me.
Now, Squire, put on some clothes. Your size of penis hurts my eyes. And you notice that he's right at cock level.
This entire beautiful speech, cock level.
He's just looking straight at it.
I can't stop looking at
I
it.
need you to go ahead and roll a knowledge roll.
Okay.
Or actually, yes, a knowledge roll. See if you can find any armor off of the dead corpses that you've been able
Time
to.
to go looting. Oh, okay. Well, it's
Can I
back.
help him?
That is
You may use a hope.
6 with fear.
I also want to do something
I'm going in there
with
straight
Hawthorne
naked.
as well.
Yeah.
Okay. 4.
4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10
Yes.
with fear. All right, so you are able to kind of scavenge. Kind of throughout, you do notice that one of the cultists that were there, you were able to
We'll
go
get you
ahead
back.
and find just some leather, basic leather armor. And your previous armor was, I think,
was gray leathers. I
Gray
replaced it
leathers.
with Zephyr's shirt.
okay.
I love how he noted that. It's beautiful.
So with that, basically that's going to kind of drop you down -4, -4.
Okay.
At this point in time, Hawthorne, as you're kind of adjusting yourself, and you notice that Aurelion is kind of shifting through like the different bodies that are there, and you prop yourself up. Obram, you. What do you do?
I don't know if there's gods out there, but I know you believe in one, and one has helped me, I feel. I want to do whatever I can to help you to get this portal open so we can save Eddie. So we don't lose him like we lost Colt.
We won't.
So I will do whatever I can to offer to
Yeah.
help.
Okay,
Whatever,
you're gonna-
pray. I can
What are you?
I love that. That was beautiful.
You son of a bitch!
So Hawthorne, how are you trying to get this portal open?
As she kind of like causes her wings to assume the position of the collapsed bone, she's almost like she holds out both arms, but she's almost like calling forth both of them, knowing that Yin and Yang won't respond, but hoping that they will gift either a mode of strength or whatever it may be, to take the brunt of this, because she full-heartedly knows this is gonna hurt. She knows this is gonna be a bitch. But she's almost once she kind of like gets herself fully into it, she takes the burn mark that is the emblem of Ramza and touches it to her chest, and then touches it to the edge of the bone, as almost like a summoning.
Okay. How much HP are you willing to sacrifice?
One moment. May Eddie make an action?
Not at the moment.
Something mental. That
Sure.
I need to consider this, so please.
how hard can I think
I have a plan.
towards opening that?
How what?
How hard can I go towards opening that? Using my brain.
hard to say.
You
with
have a
where you're
concussion,
at.
dude.
I'm just saying, it's a perfect opportunity to try something out.
Oh, thank you for reminding me. I do have abilities I can use for this.
Yes.
That is-
definitely use your abilities.
Eddie tries really hard.
Look at some
Nothing
abilities, but
happens.
They only affect me if I'm in water.
Well, things are still happening to you
Yeah.
in the meantime.
I'm being distracted. I'm being coerced.
You're being hit on.
Oh, God.
It should have been me, not him.
First she touches the shotgun, then all of a sudden, boom, hands on the cock.
Yeah.
Fires the
Do
gun
I-
prematurely.
She
Do I
touches
still
the
have my
shotgun.
temporary HP? I do have it marked.
You do.
Okay.
4 HP.
I don't know how y'all still got HP after that, man.
Hawthorne's
still
still
the
sleeping.
day.
Hawthorne is taking
true.
a nap. Hawthorne is willing to burn 8 HP.
8
Oh.
HP.
8 HP.
Jesus.
Ooh.
Can
All
I do
right.
something as well?
What?
I'm-
Well, you
I'm
did use your help, your hope. So how are you helping? Because you already did it.
Can I take half of her HP by using I am your shield?
That it's self-inflicted.
Yeah.
And self-inflicted.
Is it? Does that count? It just says very close range takes damage. Would take damage.
Let me read that.
What about fungal bullshit? You take on the pain by infusing.
We can do it
You-
together. Is what I'm
mycelium.
saying.
You
the
stand
veins.
in the way and make yourself the target of an attack instead of an attack.
Oh, is it of an attack? Because
Yes.
it says when a
Instead-
character takes damage.
Yeah. When.
Okay.
Yeah. Basically, so you from an attack you take damage instead.
That's your phone.
Yeah.
We're horrible on this
That's
side.
what
Sorry, man, I tried.
All right. So Hawthorne, you sacrifice 8 HP. All right.
All right, let me burn that real fast.
So yeah, go ahead and burn that. Let me go ahead and describe this though, because you are aiding. Technically, you did want to spend a hope, and you rolled what again?
I rolled a 5.
A 5.
Shit.
Okay. So as this happens, you kind of help Hawthorne up into this, as she kind of begins to kind of spread herself out to be able to connect, as if her body is almost the star to a pentagram, as she spreads herself out. And you help her up with that. And as you begin to kind of tear and be able to basically sacrifice that HP, it almost like a slither, like a snake, almost like fluid just kind of coming out and beginning to kind of coat. And it's almost as if as this happens, you feel a jolt of electricity as Obram's kind of holding your back up, keeping you suspended there. From his hand, you almost feel a jolt of electricity. And you look down and blink for just a second. You see Obram as he's holding you with one hand, and you see Ramza quite a bit taller with the other hand up against you.
A subtle smirk crosses
And there is, from the two of their hands, kind of like a static electricity beginning to formulate. And you notice as the blood begins to kind of pour out and begin to kind of fill in the cracks of the bones that are surrounding, because you sacrificed a lot of HP.
Thank God for that temporary.
I need you to go ahead and roll your destiny dice.
All right, we're not rolling the left one again.
Remember, it's still 5.
I know, it's still a 5. So
That's not where I wanted to roll it.
Was it 17?
No, shut up. Don't tell me that. That's a 19.
Plus 5.
plus 5.
See,
So
that's why you don't say shit.
as you're spread out and you're being held by these two individuals that one you can only see, the blood kind of begins to fill in the cracks in the bones themselves. You begin to sing off to your right hand side as you're breathing heavily, as it is escaping your body. It kind of fills in between like each vertebrae and things of that nature. Each where basically marrow would be, the cartilage would be, kind of fills up into this area. And once it becomes all filled, and this spark of electricity between the two of them, a membrane forms. So a membrane of blood kind of formulates and kind of almost encases you frozen in this film of blood. Eventually, you go almost completely lightheaded, and you fall out. And when you fall, it's as if the membrane is holding you, and you kind of almost are reborn in a way as you fall through the blood itself. Obram immediately, instinctually, with a 5, catches you as well. And you hear, only you hear, little one, where you're going? Look out for my brother, will you? As you land in this kind of almost web-like membrane, and it kind of tears off, and you blink just barely, and you glance on over, and you notice that the portal, this, as you have been torn out, the silhouette of yourself and your skeletal wings extended out, dip into itself, and you begin to see a swirl of red and blood, and a portal has been opened. I would say, Aurelion, you notice instinctually and immediately the draw of the void.
It's something that, like, because I'm still kind of fiddling, playing in the puddles pretty much. But the second that blood webbing starts to spread out, it's just like a jolt of electricity down my spine. And I kind of whip around, and it's like there's just like a pull. Not quite like it's sucking me in, but I just, almost as if something's tugging on my shirt in that direction and just beckoning me over.
Hawthorne, you get yourself up, and what are you all doing as you are now faced with this portal? And Hawthorne, you are kind of definitely feeling in and out. Zephyr walks on over, and he hands you a potion of vitality. Or a healing potion, a regular one.
I need it.
So if you wanted to pop it, it would be a D6.
I think you should pop it.
I'm doing just fine on HP, but I will pop it just because I'm terrified of what's about to happen.
How many do you have left?
I need an
I have
adult.
Oh, okay, I thought you had one left.
He's touching
That's,
me.
nah. I mark him as I mark him. Okay.
Zephyr also goes over to you. Oh, it's impressive what you had here. And he hands you a potion of wolf essence. It's my last one. Make use of it.
I'll make sure it goes to good use.
Now remember, if you get in that state, your immediate reaction is going to be tearing everything apart. Try and calm yourself. Think clearly. Take your time.
Okay.
You are still you. And the wolf is a part of you.
Okay.
Do you understand?
I'll make sure when we're in there only to use it as a last resort.
Last
All
resort.
else seems lost.
I would recommend that.
Orbam has already went inside. As soon as the portal opened, he went inside.
Yeah.
Just a heads up.
Okay. I'm going to say that Obram you notice immediately first. You see Eddie. You see Eddie looking odd. You notice him pointing his gun at a blue moon at this point in time. The place is entirely blue. Just with blue hues glistening from the moon itself. And oddly enough, it's quiet. You take a few steps forward, and shortly after you...
I assume
Hawthorne-
everyone popped in
Yeah,
because
Hawthorne,
time's like different there.
I'm going to say Hawthorne comes last.
Okay.
Oh.
There's a specific thing I want to do when I enter the portal.
There you go.
You notice Eddie not on fire. You notice him holding his gun out, and it seems like he is frozen. You're walking around him, and you hear the subtle sounds of, and you glance on over behind you, and you notice Zephyr, Aurelion, Feeley. But you see Eddie there, frozen
By himself?
by himself, with his gun out.
Orbs picks Eddie up.
He is a metric fuck ton in terms of, you try and move him, he feels like a
Strength check.
statue.
Strength
You can
check.
strength check. Sure.
Damn, he's rock
Alright.
hard.
I'm going to use my experience rage.
Oh.
Okay, so you have your +2. You use your hope.
Yep. So strength check.
I hope no red-headed mommies come out and
12.
attack us.
13, 14, 15, 16, 17. No.
He is.
With fear, so you can get the fear.
Like, I have almost max.
You're not welcome.
No, bad.
Bad. He is not moving. Hawthorne, before you enter in, as you notice, the last person to go, Feeley kind of hops in. What do you do?
Hawthorne, she may come to regret this, but she did this intentionally. She almost like prepares something to hit the portal from the other side.
Okay.
She doesn't want whatever is on this other side to affect these ill-guided people, if you will, despite their ill willings. Because she knows that on the other side of this portal, something bad's going to happen.
Okay.
She knows that Yin is on this other side. She knows Eddie's on this other side. Ramza's brother is on this other side. She has almost like this gut feeling, and almost like a slight tingle from the emblem of Yin and Yang, almost like kind of calling at the back of her neck. That when so many cosmic players align, something's going to happen, no matter what. So she kind of almost like prepares like a tree or something to fall over back on the portal, so that no one follows her, and no one comes out.
Okay. Now, is your intention to destroy it?
Where's someone?
I'm gonna roll a
No
dice.
matter what, I will have you roll.
I'm gonna roll a dice to decide if she wants to
decide
destroy.
first with your dice roll.
I'm gonna decide if she wants to destroy it or disable it.
Are you doing a hope and fear?
I'm doing a straight D4.
We are people that want to leave the
You're like, hey, I didn't sign up for that.
This is Hawthorne's choice.
There's a reason why she didn't say anything. She feels as she's kind of like preparing this little almost like tree to fall over on it. She's feeling so incredibly responsible for the deaths that have occurred through everything she's experienced. The death of the Goblin Girl particularly echoes on her mind. All right. Evens are she destroys the portal. Odds she disables it.
Don't involve me in this.
That is an even.
She keeps it.
She keeps it.
Thank God. You know, we
she's
could have
just gonna
Ceath
go
just watch
she's
it.
attempting to disable it.
Okay. I will say, not too far from where you were, Captain Tusk is nearby. And you notice him not carrying a sword, not carrying a typical, stereotypical weapon. You see him with an anchor on his back, slugged over one shoulder. And as you're kind of looking, and for an orc, maybe because you were lost in thought in terms of how you're going to do this, he was oddly quiet. And as he puts a hand on your shoulder, and you hear him in that deep, bellowing voice, "Go, lass."
She turns to him a little bit and kind of takes in his features. She kind of dips her head a little bit, and I'll bring your nephew back. I promise.
bring him back. I'll watch the portal. And nothing. And you notice a couple of the odd individuals of Monstrm. The outlaws, the oddness, the pirates, the people that couldn't be normally accepted by the societies of each settlement that was created walk behind him. We've protected our land. One speaks up. Against the crawling king. We'll hold our own.
She kind of nods. Without saying a word, she simply lights up her wings and steps into the portal.
So you're all at this point in time, as you've all kind of entered, moments pass, but eventually Hawthorne comes in. And you notice this stone statue of Eddie not moving. As Obram, you try and move him and yank him. He is as if he is just glued to the ground. Eddie, you remember as you're staring up and you had watched the eclipse happen from blood red to blue. You remember a dream that you had. One where you felt just like this, where you're completely frozen and people were moving across you, walking past you, not noticing you, and civilization crawled on up and decayed, crawled on up and decayed. But one thing, as you stared out into the distance, as you searched back to this memory, a tree with golden leaves. Do you remember that dream?
I do.
You now stare as the eclipse has ended and the blue light of the moon has shined up. You see just barely as you're frozen, feeling this weight of every decision, every moment, every action you didn't take kind of flow through you as if time itself just seems irrelevant. You notice almost like a dot behind the moon, or in front of the moon rather, a tree upside down in a great city. Just barely. As you've taken what feels like years to stare at it. You can't move, but you feel the tugging and the muffled sounds of people around you. I need you to roll your destiny dice for me. 9. So the muffling continues. You feel lost. You feel alone. You feel what might be the most scariest thought to you. Irrelevant. The three of you come and you see Eddie frozen, not moving. Obram, you try to yank him, you try to pull him, and he is just stuck where he is. Interestingly enough, Hawthorne, you visually saw this place. It is quiet. And you look down at the grates. There's no wailing spirits. There's no undead horde. It is quiet, except for the sound of gears turning. What are the three of you doing?
Can we look over at Eddie's eyes?
Yeah, you may.
So I think the three of us should look over at Eddie's eyes.
The three of you. Okay, so all right. So you head on over.
Listen, we need to counsel here.
You don't need a roll for looking at his eyes. Although you do see Vasco Feeley kind of walk on up to you, and he said, "Our fair maiden has gained too many pounds. I say we leave him."
Go for it.
But you look into his eyes, and interestingly enough, they are hollowed out. As if there are no eyeballs, eye sockets. They are hollow.
What about the gun?
Still out.
What
But you
color?
know what? It is burning in an extreme heat, this crystal gun. And interestingly enough, that you mentioned it, Aurelion and Obram, you feel on your backs your crystal weapons beginning to vibrate as they get closer to Eddie.
I hold out my axe towards the weapon.
Can I pull mine off and touch the tips together?
Tips yet?
I'm moving away from the shotgun. I'm on its side just in case.
I'm just going straight for like the tip here. I'm
You're
right
just
down the
like,
barrel.
you know what? If it shoots, the Lord take me.
Go ahead and take 3d20 worth of damage.
Hawthorne is just staring at these empty eye sockets, just weeping.
Okay.
That's
Hawthorne, I want you to roll your destiny dice
God damn it. That's not what I wanted.
as you're weeping.
Trying to avoid that.
Yes, I was. That's why I wasn't doing anything.
What is it?
Play where it lies.
Play where it lies.
I can't see it. 14.
14.
Alright, well, it's better than the one I got earlier. So.
So as you are sobbing, looking at his eyes, and you're staring at them, you get the sensation, maybe it might just be your empathetic nature, maybe it is something else, but you get the sensation of emptiness, you get the sensation of loneliness as you stare into these empty sockets that are there. You know what it reminds you of? Tell me what it reminds you of.
Reminds me of burying Colt.
You remember that lifeless, heavy body as you specifically began to bury him. The weight of that carcass. The two of you, as your weapons touch,
Sorry.
they do get stronger, the vibration, as they get closer. However, touching them did nothing.
I'm just gonna put my hand on Eddie's shoulder and say, "Wake up!"
And when you scream that out, it seems to echo through this place. As if a empty...
Roll for presents. 21.
Holy shit.
Wait. 23, 4, 5. 25.
25. It echoes.
With hope.
It echoes throughout. And with a 25
5.
with hope.
With hope.
Eddie, you do hear this.
Yes, baby.
You faintly hear Obram as if he is at the end of the football field, that far away, as he yells out. I need you to roll your destiny dice once again. I need the two of you, one representing hope,
Okay.
one representing fear. As you have...
Is that hope or fear?
I'll do fear
Okay.
because I'm terrible at rolling.
You're gonna roll really well this time.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, go. 8. 4.
2.
All right, Hawthorne.
I ain't going nowhere.
So,
With 3.
you hear this sound, Eddie. Yet it seems distant. I want you to tell me, what are your thoughts right now as you stare off into this?
I'm so glad you asked, because I've been thinking as Eddie for like 10 minutes now.
What might feel like, some may say, an eternity.
While Eddie is staring down, seeing this glimmer of an upside down tree, his panic starts to settle in. He can't move. He's aware of people near him, but he's not sure what's going on. He's afraid. As you say, he's feeling irrelevant. And as he's starting to think about it, he goes and thinks about Colt. And he thinks, man, that bastard was heavy. How did he get around? Well, he had servos and motors, but what do I have? And he just sits on that for a bit, for what feels like an eternity. Who am I and what do I have?
The moment that Aris interacted with you, you almost play it out over and over and over again. It feels like years.
I should have pulled the trigger.
Well, the funny thing is you did. And she killed you with 1 HP. And yet, you notice yourself coming back into that portal over and over and over again as you stay frozen, seeing yourself murdered in different timelines.
Dog.
You got King Crimson.
It's more like D4C.
Oh, yeah, I guess it's fair.
And each time that you die, you join the many, many legions of the undead in the void. Yet, for some reason, your consciousness stays in this statue. Eventually, for the first time in what seems like hundreds of years, your friends are there.
What the?
And you see Hawthorne crying in front of you. I need you one last time to roll your hope and fear dice. And with everybody's, I need everyone to roll their D6.
Just hope and fear?
Hope and fear.
No bonus?
No bonus.
Can I use a hope to use a feature I can't see because I don't have my sheet?
No, we're not. We're not going to get runs.
Come on! Good.
I got an 11 with hope.
11 with hope. What'd you get?
3.
11, 12, 13, 14.
1.
No, you got a 4.
Oh, I can't read 4!
19.
And then, dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Eddie. You see Hawthorne crying in front of you. There's a vibration, a frequency, as the two crystal weapons meet yours. They begin to... No one else can seem to hear this, but you sure as shit do. This vibration begins to whittle away a layer that has built up over a millennia and chipped away at your own skin to a point where you begin to move. You notice, the rest of you, that Eddie, as the vibration begins to kind of vibrate this chunks of dust, decay, rock off of Eddie and begins to kind of crumble around his face. And the first thing that Hawthorne you notice, and actually the three of you notice, his gun drift down. Eddie, you are back as a astralkin. You see your friends for the first time, but it feels like hundreds, maybe thousands of years. You've seen your own death countless of times. Yet you held on to life in this statue. You're not entirely sure what to make of it, but you're here and now.
As the gun begins to drift down, Eddie drops it. And he just walks up to Hawthorne. And he attempts to speak, but he's not quite figuring out how to get his jaw to work. It's not as easy. And he just lays his hand on Hawthorne and tilts his head on Hawthorne's shoulder. Or lays his hand on Hawthorne's shoulder and just tilts his head as he looks at her.
What, as Hawthorne looks at you, what do your eyes look like?
My eyes have a faint purple glow. And you can almost make out that glow to be an iris, almost. But that is all. Behind them, still hollow.
Hawthorne, as you kind of lay your hand on her, just begins to weep even more. But instead of the tears of fear that she had been crying, it's almost tears of joy, like that she won't have to bury another friend. And she embraces you in a deep hug, just crying.
Because Eddie is still struggling to speak. In his head, he's only thinking, man, you would think I would have been at Roland's funeral right now.
Thank God you didn't say that.
You see, Squire?
Tip the spear.
We showed up, and he moved.
Fat maiden saved.
Maybe she shed the pounds.
No, she is still heavy. I can still tell her from here. Look at the way that his arms are over Hawthorne.
I see.
You can see Hawthorne just like...
Like barely holding herself up.
So, he takes up. Do we go forward? And he takes out his blade and points it to the castle. Or do we return?
What does the castle look like from here?
So from here, this castle, if I were to give it a word, it looks very much like...
Are there lights? Does it look abandoned?
There are lights. It is
Okay.
lit up by these blue flames everywhere. Tall spires. And it's as if the moon itself, off into the distance, is able to just kind of cusp it, just barely, from your vision of all these spires that are around. This is a proper castle with Gothic architecture mixed in with a little bit of, I would say, gears, bolts. It's as if something far beyond the technology that you are aware from fused with abruptly, angrily into architecture that you are familiar with.
So this is the Void Realm.
Oh my god.
I turn over to...
It's Dracula's castle from
I-
Castlevania.
It's very Castlevania.
I was thinking the same thing.
Have you been here before? You said you came from the Void Realm. Does this look familiar to you? And I point
It doesn't.
to you and
I've
Zephyr,
never
actually.
been to quite a place, but there's only one other location that has given me the same unreasonable fear that I get looking at this castle, and that was in Mephisto's quarters. It's almost like the building itself is glaring at me.
I would say that's very accurate.
Okay, so Obram kind of steps up. We need to decide on if we're going to continue forward or fall back.
Question: is the floor still? Is the floor beneath us still grates?
They're still grates.
Oh,
Nothing in them.
Sweet. Without anybody making any decisions, Eddie slowly releases his arms from Hawthorne, and he kind of looks forward and he moves Hawthorne out of the way and starts walking. And unlike his, like, when he walks on stone, you can almost hear like a clinking. You hear a thud and a loud bang every time he takes a step. Does he weigh like 2 tons?
Well, he's like, is it? You said he's a void, astralkin. So does that like he's still a rock, or he's from the
Like gravity causing that?
Yeah.
I would say that when he is imbued with the essence of a given element, say when he's emitting flame, he's free.
Mm-hmm.
He is it's the energy of that is keeping him up. It's almost like he literally loses mass when he does that.
Okay.
But yeah, go ahead and read the card.
Okay, so you're walking
I'm
forward.
so proud of that card.
Hawthorne,
I wrote
after
it well.
after getting moved, which she's a little pissed about, but it's not the time to take that fight. She kind of wipes away the tears.
I still have 1 HP.
She looks over at Obram and goes, "You wanted to meet the gods, right? There's one in there. The original, or original.
The original.
Yeah. When I called back to the Battle of Illidan, there's a reason why I wanted to come in here. I haven't made contact with Yin and Yang since when, whether it be a stupid decision or not, I caused something to happen, and I owe them a debt. I won't leave them trapped here."
Eddie kind of overhears this, and as he's walking, he slowly spins around, and as he's walking backwards, he just points at Hawthorne and shakes his head. But he's still walking towards the castle.
Just getting slowly further and further away. Hawthorne looks at him and goes, "Wherever you go, my friend, I will go with you."
It's decided then.
Alright.
That's also the GM sighing in the background.
Forsworn
fuck.
and into the abyss.
Oh yeah, the portal is open. I didn't
It
think
is.
about that.
Yeah, the portal is open.
We can send Ceath back.
Ceath didn't come.
Ceath is
She
outside.
was out. Yeah, she was.
See if there's one arm.
Ceath is one arm.
Whatever less than 1 HP is.
A quarter.
A quarter of one. Alright.
Do you want to go back into the portal, or come with us?
No. I'm not gonna let you go by yourself. We came in here to rescue Eddie, and apparently he's just moving, and we can't move him. So we have to follow the fucker. That being said, we don't need to go in here blindly. I think we need a plan of attack.
Do you think the castle is under siege?
I know the Void Realm. When there's a blood moon, that's when the things get scary. Which, and he looks on up, you do notice a red portion beginning to go. We need to figure out what we're doing before that becomes a problem.
Hey, can somebody pick up my shotgun? I realized I did not pick it back up.
Hawthorne is going to reach, walks back over, picks up shotgun, keeps walking. Hawthorne's going to reach into her inner coat pocket where she is intricately sewn these little like book pockets. She's going to pull out the Book of the Void. And she kind of gestures to Zephyr. All we need to know and prepare is in here. Whether that be true or not, I don't care.
Well, I think it'd be fine. We just have maybe a time limit.
Okay, so what would be considered safe? And this is all while we're walking towards the castle. What would be considered a safe?
You're on the castle.
Oh, we're already
We're on the castle?
Yes.
Am I able to make an action then?
Ooh.
Sure.
With that roll there,
That
I'd like to use Grim Psychometry and learn about the most recent violence in and around the castle.
Okay. Does anyone have a D100?
You should have told me.
Is this 100?
That's
you
that's
could
a
use
percent
that.
die.
There's a percent die. We'll use a percent die.
So you
I
just
need
roll
you-
that in a d10.
To first roll this,
Make sure you don't roll on the ground.
and then roll this on top of it.
Okay.
I will bring my D100 next
Is
time.
it 14? Oh,
Okay. Or could it be technically 100?
I don't know how those
If
work.
it's,
I
if
think
it's
it's 0,
0, 0, that's right.
If it's 0,
Whose
0,
is
that
this?
is
That's
100.
mine.
Here. Okay, 14. Okay. It is a bit overwhelming. Describe this to me as you're trying to feel this out.
I'm kneeling there on the steel grates, and I'm just kind of have my hands on the floor, just kind of dragging my fingers along, trying to scrape together any sort of essence or emotion or feeling. And to your point of it being overwhelming, all I'm getting is just screams, kind of what Eddie was experiencing before in his loops. And it's just the screams and the noises of battle and clashing. And yet, after all of that fades, after all of that violence, there's only one sound left, and it's the voice, like a silky feminine voice that just cuts through all of that. And strangely, right as that voice kind of echoes in my head, that's when it all cuts out. And I lose it right there.
What you see, based on what you have described to me, you see a man. You see a man wandering, and you would know this place. The Sea of Stars. You see him beaten, battered. And it's odd. At first, before he begins to walk into the Sea of Stars, he is frail and skinny. But as he begins to walk through this lake filled with billions of stars, he becomes strong, large, as if he is soaking up the essence of the void itself. You notice him making way to this, where you are now. This giant castle with gears. He makes his way up, stumbling, barely coherent. You hear that feminine voice echo through his head. Come, my knight, as she whispers. He stumbles up, looking at the blood-red moon as he makes his way on this cobblestone. Almost a moth to a flame as he comes to this room filled with machinery. And as he opens up the door in a haze, he sees the woman that you saw through your looking glass, with her legs crossed, staring at him on top of a throne.
Mm-hmm.
And he takes a few steps forward, and you hear in your own ear the sound of thunder behind him, as if telling him not to go. But much like a drug, much like the most euphoric feeling that you've ever felt in a weakened state of mind, you wander towards her and hold on to her hand. She holds you like a lover. And she whispers in his ears, and you hear, "Welcome back." And that's the last thing that you, based on where you were.
And I kind of sit there and just absorb everything for a second. And I'm kind of facing the group as they're slowly kind of getting further ahead of me. It's just, I don't know what we will or won't encounter in there. But whatever it is, we might not be alone in what we're going into. I really think we should stay on our toes, because this place, there's something ill about it. Something bewitching that I can't describe. That is, it's like a pair of jaws ready to clamp down on us with every step deeper we take.
I think all the more reason. Someone get that tank over there.
Just stomp him. Just stomp.
Eddie, where are you going?
Eddie kind of turns and he starts to try to explain, and his mouth still doesn't move. And he just starts like pointing at everybody and then pointing to the castle and trying to make gestures that nobody's really getting.
Well, let's see.
He walks on up over to you. And he looks at you. And punches your jaw. Let's see if you die. Because he doesn't know what the hell you're. Although in your state, you have what armor class?
I have, because I am, not only do I have fortified skin that gives me 2 extra damage thresholds, I also have 2 extra armor slots. So I went from 3 available armor slots to,
So you could use.
or I went from 1 to 3.
If you so chose.
He just kills him.
I know, right? Well, you could use an armor slot if you wanted to.
I will be using an armor slot. My damage thresholds right now are +4 with my passives. So
he hits you in the jaw, and you notice that, I would say, Hawthorne, you're probably the closest. You hear the sound of bone breaking as it hits onto your jaw, but it dislodges it, and you feel your jaw kind of like begin to like you notice like just some particular crusty parts or like meteorite kind of falls off of the jaw area and releases it. Fuck! And he holds onto his hand, and he kind of pops it back into place and kind of keeps it there.
everybody get in on this.
There you go. Poppity pop pop pop.
Eddie's response as he like kind of takes his hand to his jaw and starts moving it around. He looks down at Zephyr and goes, "You dick!" Oh, never mind.
Hey, I liked you when you couldn't talk.
What's going on?
You guys don't hear the ticking?
And you can't, as you stay still for a moment, hear the sound of...
We can?
You can.
Stop throwing out random rolls. You're gonna max out a sphere.
Pocket dice.
Hold on. Aurelion, you were here last, if I recall. Should we, before storming the castle, there is a town here.
Yes.
Should we make way?
I think it very wise to resupply. All I know is the last thing I want to do is get stuck in this place in the state we're in right now.
I think we have the gate still open. However, if I remember, time flows differently here. Tell me, does your medallion bring you back?
I kind of pull it out from my pocket, kind of looking through it again. And there's almost kind of pain to the group, those same auras still lingering. This time, though, Eddie being almost like just these trails of light escaping from all the cracks in his form. But turning to the portal, it's overwhelming. It's like a giant, like the sun, like a giant ball of light stretching forth in every direction from it. The only thing that I can say right now is that if we go in there, there's nothing that I have that would be able to prepare us for what I think is on the other side.
Now, are we talking about the portal to town, or are we talking about the inside
Inside the castle. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The medallion seems to still be functional. It's still lighting up.
Alright.
I think whatever my orb did hasn't seemed to affect it. If you guys are willing, we should be able to make it into town and resupply before these portals close on us.
Time. We are losing it here. And as Eddie speaks, there's almost an echo behind him, but it's in his mouth. It will not give us another chance. That ticking, he's there. I just know it. He's got to be there.
And then, as soon as you say that, Obram remembers what you were talking about with the Void Ganassi.
Yeah, this is the right building, right? I'm not just losing my mind.
Oh.
So I'm saying to
His-
GM, he remembers,
His
and then he's gonna.
body's there. His humanoid body.
You're talking about.
You buried Colt.
You're talking about.
Plenty well remembered.
Yeah.
Roland is in there. He needs to be free.
Who's in what? Needs to do what?
Yeah, that's right, because you may have heard about Colt, but you've never heard his true name, too, so that makes sense.
Is there something I need to know here?
Colt's our friend, but his body was separated from. His soul was separated from his body. Our friend Colt is a clank. He passed away.
Sorry to hear that.
But his body, I guess, is here in this castle. From what
He
the
deserves
Void Ganassi were saying.
to be home.
Voidkin.
Now, hold on.
Hawthorne.
If I remember right, the Voidkin, they mentioned a tower that appears If the Voidkin knew that Roland, or Colt, your friend, existed here, why would he be in a place that they've never been? The likelihood is probably somewhere else.
This is not here.
Maybe we need to talk to some Voidkin.
No time like the loot, or like quick present, am I right?
Now,
So-
that being said, though, we have Eddie. There is a god here. And God knows that we need more of them around. I present two options. We either portal to a place that I don't give a fuck about, but we could restock, maybe get some information on somebody. Or we go right in, we have the element of surprise. We're all relatively healed up. Somewhat. As he points at a very torn up Eddie.
We're like a third
Mine.
of HP now.
We have a few hours before the blood moon takes over. So if we did a short rest, we might be able to keep going.
You have potions, don't you? On your sheet?
I
remember you buying some.
I have a stamina potion. That is all.
You don't have any health potions?
He just got standing.
I have one minor health potion, if you need it.
Oh, no. My friends, you forget you are with an alchemist who recently stocked up on supplies.
You also have Soldier's Bond that you could do for Hawthorne to give her more hope, so then she could heal you.
That
It'll
is...
still take time to make potions. Usually
Yeah.
during a short rest.
I do, now that it's a new session, I do have a point of grit. I could use Soldier's Bond for free. And that saves us a rest for having to at least use a rest for hope. I don't mind doing a rest, though, just to regain some health here. I have 7 maximum points. I'm sitting at 1.
Hawthorne keeps replaying this moment in her mind of her stepping through the portal last, and Captain Tusk standing behind, and almost noticing the... She's hesitant to think of it as hope, but the almost willingness to defend their land. And she keeps thinking back to that moment. It's almost as if, with the right people and the right words, if she could inspire them to come with us
You know what they
to
say?
siege the castle.
In the DM's D&D world, the party always finds extra shit to do.
I plan for everything.
I'm just worried that if the blood moon happens, those zombies or those hordes will swarm through. From what Bjorn has seen in his the visions of when he almost died, there was millions of them
In the town
everywhere.
me and Zephyr are from, every blood moon, the undead rise and just lay siege to everything.
So
You're telling me he's not here?
I don't know for sure, but
he's not here, but
I
apparently
can't say if Voidkin have never been here and they know about his whereabouts. It doesn't logically make sense.
Is there any chance this will be a trap? Do we think that... I mean, it seems like y'all have encountered this being before. Do you think she could be playing into this desire of yours?
I've never interacted with her myself.
I have sat there for what felt like millennia, and all I could see is this castle and ticking and watching as every possible mistake I could have made played out in front of me. If he isn't in there, we've wasted our time. But if he is in there and we don't go,
there's
I
someone
will
else in there
regret it.
though. There's someone else in there.
Then we'll take care of that.
If you're sure about this.
I'm not.
Well,
I know.
Can Hawthorne make an insight check?
Sure. It'll be an instinct roll.
Or instinct, sorry.
You're good.
Hawthorne recognizes this as a concussion.
he's crazy.
That is not a crit. I got super excited for nothing.
Was it a 6 and 9?
It's a 6 and a 9.
What are you trying to look into?
She wants to think back to the moment where the lady with red hair reached out of her blood and either tried to do something with her and almost see if she can recall if it was wanting her or needing her.
And you had gotten 15?
14 minus 1. So 14 with fear.
14 fear.
We all die.
Sean spends all his Aris comes and fucking shits on our heads. And we die.
Eddie, roll 14 times to live.
Neither. You felt infatuation.
She wants to touch you.
She did.
Whoa.
She wants to touch you harder.
So it is like a...
It's more of a ghost stories thing.
It's more like probably like a curiosity and
It's the desire for my power. Not to sound egotistical.
She wants my power.
how well
We
points
need more power.
Because Hawthorne is now thinking back over and over and over again.
Oh,
No one has crossed dimensions or planes. My apologies. Since the collapse,
The
Well,
Voidkin can.
Void-
the
can-
Voidkin can,
And
but can only go between the Void Realm and the material. Correct.
Correct.
Colt has.
Colt
Colt has as well in the past, yes.
Correct.
Technically, Eddie has as well.
But
When as a child.
As a wee lad.
would it be a safe assumption for Hawthorne to make that she is one of the few, if only one, that has been able to bridge to different planes and is not bound to a single two?
I would say by the means that you have, the means in which you have done it, yes.
Okay, I appreciate it.
Open just opens the door. I'm just kidding. And like, I'm done waiting.
Leroy Jenkins.
Leroy!
Hawthorne looks to Eddie and says, it doesn't say. She kind of looks at Eddie and does almost the same that he did for her, but like places her hand on his shoulder and goes, "We need to regroup. We need to get ready. We will find Roland. We need to talk to the people who know where he may be. I am going to go ahead and suggest that we go to the Voidkin village, or wherever Zephyr and Aurelion are from."
Real quick,
Yeah.
Eddie, what do you remember about where he was kept? What did they say? I know you have a concussion.
It's written down on the sheet that I have digitally, but I don't have that saved to my clouds.
I remember.
Let's see.
Eddie kind of just sits there and he's trying to think, but he keeps spacing out. He
Didn't you say something about being kept in a tube? That sounds like something Aurelion and I were subject to.
that
Like his body is being preserved.
perhaps it's hard to think past this.
Fair. I understand when your body changes unexpectedly.
Hawthorne shares a glance with Zephyr.
I feel like so much has happened, and yet
Maybe he's in the
nobody's
lab.
I know a thing about labs.
Me too. Maybe he might actually be in the Void Elf Palace.
I feel like we definitely know where to look if we can just get there.
You have a teleport to
Yeah.
your medallion.
I think that's our best choice.
Elf Palace does sound a bit more familiar than teleporting tower.
No. If I remember, though, it's kind of the opposite. So we're here on this place. And he points over at where the moon is, and you see just barely an upside down tree. And this beautiful kind of city suspended in air.
Is this just Eddie seeing this? Or is this
No,
just the
all
group?
of us.
Okay.
He's actually kind of pointing out. That only appears in our vision when the void moon is out. I think we need to do a little more research, but potentially your friend might be in a lab, like being held there for some reason.
I love what you put Eddie through because I've got a million ideas and none of them are nice.
Is it decided we're going back to the Void Elf Castle?
Eddie walks up to Zephyr and he kind of puts his arms around Zephyr's shoulders and the weight is ever present and he looks... How tall is Zephyr again?
He's a little taller than you.
Alright.
He's like, hey, fuck you.
Kind of like this. And he just simply looks up at Zephyr and goes,
You've gotten very touchy lately.
we don't have much time. If I recall, time works differently. How long have we been here?
Well, every hour here is a day in the source.
And
So,
how many hours?
probably been here for about an hour.
So we've lost a day. Then we press on. No?
Again?
Eddie is getting really touchy lately. It's actually really exciting because he's not on fire. I can actually start
That
touching.
might be why. He's
Oh, this is nice.
Alright, I think I'm making an executive decision.
I don't think he actually can feel what he's touching though.
No.
I don't know if rocks have nerves.
We go back, we go to the Void Elf Castle. We regroup, we maybe find a few things. Maybe we can find a couple willing Ganassi to come with us. And we raid this fucking place.
I might know just the guy.
We need to talk to Tusk real quick.
I don't think we have time.
No,
He could wait.
he'll be okay.
He's like,
He's been there for like a week.
I know, like that's kind of fucked up.
He's just sitting there like,
How far away
what
is
happens
it?
if he
He's
gets
got
on
like
the
a
boat?
lawn chair and an umbrella.
It's like a 2-minute walk, right? I can just run over there, pop my head, and be like, "Hey, don't worry about us.
You pop your head in, feel really weird about it, and go, hey, just so you know,
Close the gate.
we're gonna be in here a while.
Close the gate.
Keep an eye on the door.
We should."
Do you want to close the gate?
Do not take the boat.
I tried to. That is up to the rest.
Eddie,
I mean,
how many hordes were here? You said you've been here for a while.
What?
How many hordes of the undead were here?
There were
How many?
Unmanageable amount. I think Hawthorne's right. Take that fucking shooter and fuck that thing up. We'll find a way back.
Oh wait, he doesn't have it. He pulls out both Susanna and Colt, and Colt's Legacy, and he just starts slowly making his way to the portal.
Hawthorne, maybe give him his thing.
Eddie's not thinking straight.
He's got a concussion.
Well, yeah. I have a
this.
concussion, but at this point, Eddie's very disoriented. He's not what he thinks is himself, and from what it felt like he's been lost for an eternity. So now that he's finally back, things are a little hazy, and he can't feel anything. So there's nothing familiar to attach onto other than the people he knows around him.
So let's get to
He hardly remembers this guy.
He's a blip in memory.
I'm going to go ahead and slightly expedite this.
Okay.
Yes.
Just because we're about ready to end tonight's session.
So we close the gate.
Hawthorne, you end up handing over DeWolf back to Eddie. Eddie, it oddly feels just so comfortable in your hand, maybe because you held it for what felt like thousands of years. But almost like a concentration of a star, you point at this relic of a portal and fire. And when you fire, you feel a release that you've never felt before. As you stood there, and as you saw yourself dying over and over and over and over again, that shot was the condensed energy of all the eddies that passed away to be able to destroy this.
God
That's
damn, I
raw.
really shot it with a dwarf star. Fire.
And destroyed it entirely. Aurelion, you ended up holding on to your talisman. With a small nick, ended up tracing the runes of it. And a void portal opened in front of you. And you all entered in to this portal. Now I will leave you all with this. Someone was waiting for you there. You see a very tall elf. Blonde hair, red eyes, in red cloaks. Standing in front of all of you. Eddie, your first thought is Roland? And it ends tonight's session.
No
Thank
way.
you again. We have been Pass the Dice. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Boy.